Hey guys, there's I don't know what that was. Anyway, there's a there's a few things coming out, and I just want to give you guys this update, especially this one. I really don't can't tell you what it means or what it doesn't mean because it's not really a full income. It's not really a full story, but just some things that I want to share real quick, guys. Um, we're gonna start. Um, I'm gonna start kind of all of the articles, guys. Welcome to the Truth Factor, where we do headlines with attitude. All of these articles, guys, are in the Wixit in the description in the box below, guys. So not the Wixit, but they're just are in the Wixit. They're not in the Wixit. They're just in the description in the box below. Hello there, Daryl. Hello, Carol and Watchman. Okay, so I have an article. I have a thing that I don't know what to make of. I'm going to try and reach out to my brother here and see if my niece has gotten any of this stuff and if he might can tell me something. I might have an update later. If not, if I don't hear anything till in the morning, I'll let you know. But it was pretty crazy. So anyway, let's get into these headlines. I'm gonna not actually necessarily go in the order that I have them, but I'm gonna because I want to see if we don't get a few more people on before I give you this one article. So we're going to start here. We did cover an article earlier today that talked about this. We covered several articles actually. Again, just the U.S. warship are defending the American ships that are under fierce drone attack in the Red Sea. So U.S. warships or multiple commercial vessels were reportedly under attack in the Red Sea on Sunday. The development could signify a serious escalation, a series of maritime attacks in the Middle East linked to the Israeli-Hamas war. We're aware of the reports regarding attacks on the USS Carney and commercial vessels in the Red Sea and will provide information as it becomes available later. The Pentagon spokesperson told Fox News after the Associated Press reported it on the attack on the U.S. warship in the Red Sea. The Carney is Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer has been shooting down drones and cruise missiles in recent weeks launched by Iran, who claimed credit for Sunday's attack. An update is expected soon from the United States Central Command. USS Carney was in the southern Red Sea, just north of Madab Strait when it shot down at least two of the Houthi drones heading in its direction, U.S. officials told Fox News. Adding that the action was taken in self-defense. The drones were launched from the Houthi-controlled area of Yemen, the official claim. The official said several commercial vessels came under fire from the Houthis, and at least one was hit. A White House official seemed to downplay the incident to Fox News, saying that American destroyers specifically did not come under attack in the Red Sea. Apparently, several commercial ships in the area were fired upon, and the U.S. ship responded to their distress calls. The U.S. official further told Fox News there are no injuries or damage to the U.S. Carney. The official did not have the exact distance of how far the drones were when the USS Carney shot them down, but said that the American destroyer did not let them come too close. There are no injuries to any of the crew members on the commercial vessel, which present multiple nations, meaning the crews are from one country while the ships are owned by another country and flagged by another, according to the official. The attack on the commercial vessels are said to have happened over several hours on Sunday. So I guess this is a pretty big thing. And apparently they're coming back and they're saying that our ships have not been attacked, but it's just commercial vessels. So, and it twists again, right? I'm sure we'll probably hear many more twists before it's all said and done with. Hi there, Team Angel. How are you, sister? Hello, Mama C. Hello, MG. How are you? Okay. So then we also have North Korea here. North Korea warns that interference in its satellites would be a declaration of war, as if we need any more, possible confrontations. We have this, little thorn in our side. North Korea said on Saturday it would consider any interference with its satellite operations a declaration of war and would mobilize its war deterrence if any attacks against its strategic assets were imminent. Pyongyang would respond to any U.S. interference in space by eliminating the viability of U.S. spy satellites. State media KCNA reported, citing a statement from North Korea Defense Ministry spokesperson, in case the U.S. tries to violate the legitimate territory of sovereign state by weaponizing the latest technologies illegally and unjustly, the DPRK will consider taking responsive action measures for self-defense to undermine or destroy the viability of the U.S. spy satellites, the statement said. The DPRK are the initials of the North official name of the Democratic People Republic of Korea. North Korea says it successfully launched its first military spy satellite on November 21st, transmitting photos of military installations in the U.S. mainland, Japan, and the U.S. territory of Guam. A U.S. Space Command spokesperson asked Washington had the capability to interrupt the North Korean satellites' reconnaissance operations, so the U.S. could deny an adversary's space capabilities using a variety of means, according to the U.S. broadcaster, the RFA. Later on Saturday, North Korean state media issued a commentary by North Korean international relations analysts who argued the United States, the world's biggest satellite possessor, should face the United Nations Security Council if sending satellites is considered a crime. In case an unexpected clash happens in the Northeast Asian region around the Korean Peninsula, the U.S., which has continuously put pressure on the security space of the DPRK by escalating military threat and blackmail, will be held wholly accountable for a catastrophic situation, the commentary said. It also blamed the United States for joint military exercise with Japan and South Korea, as well as for displaying its nuclear power aircraft carriers. Yeah, right? We did do this one, didn't we already? Yep. We're going to exit these out. Okay. Why we're talking wars and things of that, we'll go ahead and cover this one. Okay, so Ukraine. Things in Ukraine have changed. We've got tectonic changes in the world system, according to War News 247. Russia is on its way to victory with deafening defeat of NATO. Zelensky in a black mess statements. Ukraine is now at the mercy of Putin. Where will the Russian army stop? Russia is moving at full speed of the greatest triumph of its modern history, a triumph that will shake NATO to the foundation and change the world and the geography that we know so far. The Ukrainian army has collapsed on all fronts of the war. Zelensky, in the new public statement, admitted after almost 2 years of war that Ukraine is fighting the second best army in the world, blaming the defeat on the West. They didn't give us the weapons they promised us, and they should have. He stressed, visibly depressed, disappointed, and with his and country's future being uncertain. He was preceded by a psychological collapse at the war council, where he was informed about the unpleasant developments, while today the NATO Secretary General proceeded with an appointment saying that we must expect unpleasant developments in Ukraine. Stoltenberg is preparing the ground and public opinion for the capitulation and defeat of Ukraine, defeat that will bring radical changes on many levels. Russia defeated, exhausted the armies of NATO member countries. It turned out that Russia possessed greater strategic, economic, and military depth than many in the West believed. The bottom line is Russia increases its territories and its population by integrating millions of Russians, taking all the industrial infrastructure of eastern Ukraine, and prepares for new businesses. Zelensky, probably his successor, now depends on the mercy of Putin, of what country and especially what borders it will have. Officially, as well as the reality that the Russian army has not yet launched its own counterattack. So the worst is yet to come, and everyone knows that. That is why today's statement, use of NATO Secretary General, where will the Russian army stop? Odessa, Transnistria. This is the worst case scenario for NATO and Kyiv, but also the most likely. Kyiv can hope for something positive only if it catapults immediately and voluntarily surrenders Kharkiv. Perhaps then Moscow will not cross the Dnieper. Of course, there's no reason to join NATO and the EU. The victor determines the vanquished terms of capitulation. As for Europe and NATO, now the hard times begin. Moscow's next stop will be the Baltic. Russia will try to remove NATO from its perimeters. If NATO suffers a second defeat in a row, the hegemony of the East, the Eurasia BRICS will begin. NATO will dissolve as an alliance as it proves unable to adequately protect its members. Today, Zelensky said in an interview regarding the counterattack, everything was done. We do not give up. We are fighting the second strongest army in the world. We're losing people. I'm not happy. We did not receive the weapons we were promised and wanted. I can't be happy. I can't complain too much because the help we get is significant. We have no right to lose her. The summer counteroffensive of Ukraine army was a mistake in the direction of the main attack. The Ukrainian armed forces had no troop concentration or numerical advantage. In Zolny's article, it was surprising that he refers to some calculations of his partners, according to which the armed forces of Ukraine should have already entered Crimea 3 to 4 times and returned. The questions arise, who made these calculations? The experience of the world wars show that the appearance in Germany of the V1 and V2 and even in the V3 rocket system did not solve the problem. Germany was defeated. By the end of the World War II, Germany already had jet aircraft, which no other country had before. It didn't give them the victory, said Victor Mazuko. The terms that will be present to us in this possible negotiations will not meet the dreams and aspirations of the Ukrainian people. The Russian army has changed significantly during 1.5 years of fighting. It has new weapons and modern systems, taking into account that during the same period, nothing has changed in Ukraine. The questions arises how the current leadership of the country is going to defeat Russia. Here in Kyiv, everyone is waiting for a new weapon. I don't know what kind of weapon we can expect. Will it be based on new physical principles? What weapon is the one that will work miracles and solve problems? Said Mazovsko. So, and here we have former U.S. ambassador arrested in Florida, accused of serving as an agent of Cuba. Seems like we have a lot of spies in our country. I don't know what's all up. Hi there, Watchman, YouTube, the Watchman. Thank you, Team Angel. Russia and China haven't been. No, they haven't, have they? And they don't. But they have people coming to them and aiding them all the time, right? All through this, a lot of support. Hello, Ivory. A lot of support has been there. Anyway, alrighty. So here we go. A former American diplomat who served as the ambassador to Bolivia has been arrested in a long-running FBI counterintelligence investigation accused of secretly serving as an agent of Cuba's government. The Associated Press has learned Manuel Roca, 73, was arrested in Miami on Friday on a criminal complaint, and more details about the case are expected to be made public at a court appearance. Monday said 2 people who spoke to the AP on a condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to discuss an ongoing federal investigation. One of the people said that the Justice Department case accuses Roca of working to promote the Cuban government interest. Federal law requires people doing the political bidding of a foreign government on the entity inside the U.S. to register with the Justice Department, which in recent years has stepped up its criminal enforcement of illicit foreign lobbying. The Justice Department declined to comment. It was not immediately clear if Roca had a lawyer in law firm, which he previously worked, said it was not representing him. His wife hung up when contacted by the AP. Not good, guys, but this seems to be what's been going on in a whole lot of the other areas. I don't know how so many of these Congress people, with all the trouble and things going on, but it is what it is, right? And we just have to wait to see if justice catches up to all these criminals. And here we are. All right, guys. So the first article, this is not the one that I really am kind of on the edge of my seat with, but this here is interesting. Gold is spiking Sunday night. The price of gold has spiked Sunday night, hitting $2,108.80 on the Kitco chart as of 7:22 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. This does not bode well for the U.S. dollar, and it signals that people with real money are going to safe harbor. They know what's coming, more if he gets it. Okay, so we're going to just go back just a little bit to home page. And this is what I wanted to show everybody. You can't get any information because this is for subscribers because it's covert intel. It means he's not willing to release this information quite yet. He's given it to his subscribers first. But according to this, it says U.S. troops called at 4 a.m. be at base by 6 a.m. for deployment. Tell families to be sure to, I don't know. So again, I am going to reach out to my niece. And if I can't reach my niece, I will reach out via my brother to see if he's heard anything about this and what they're telling families to be sure to whatever. So that being said, unless one of you guys have anybody in the family that is in the military that could give us this information. But I am interested to know what to tell the families to be sure to what. Probably pray, right? That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, it could be something more, could be something less. I'm not sure, but I know that I will hold a special prayer after dinner tonight for those that will join me, and just pray for our nation and the things that are taking place right now, right? That's all we can do, right? That's it. Anyway, God bless everybody. I love y'all. Thank you guys so very much for joining us this evening for this quick little update. And we will talk to you guys later. God bless y'all. Thank you and bye.